New York City can't take this anymore, guys. A city with 7 million population can't possibly go above 100,000 migrants. The city's going broke. They're begging for more money from the Biden administration. And New York City's migrant homeless explosion proves the city literally can't take no more. Now, if New York City just took in like maybe 3,000 migrants, gave them great jobs, great shelter, bring them into the New York City family, I think a lot of people would have been pretty cool with it. I think I would have been pretty happy. But when you take in 100,000 people and with a lot of them sleeping on the streets, more than 100 hotels being converted into shelters, guess what? New York City is famous for the hotels. Ever since New York City banned the Airbnb industry in New York City, many of the hotels are experiencing massive business booms. Just go to New York right now and check out some of the hotels. It's world-class famous hotels. You got a lot of them on Fifth Ave. You have a lot of really great hotels near, the Central Park area. And these hotels, some of them range from just $100 to several $1,000s. And a lot of these hotels are really, really nice. I don't have a problem with these hotels. I've been to New York City several times to visit my family, and a lot of these hotels are great. But now you have hundreds of hotels being converted into just shelters. What is New York doing here? If you check out this, New York City signed $77 million contract with hotels to house migrant families. This is something that's new, and it's an emergency contract to shelter these families at 15 hotels in Brooklyn, Queens, and the Bronx. This is an additional 15 hotels that is being added on the list. What's happening to New York? Is New York City hotels, once famed as some of the best in the world, now just being turned into migrant shelters? The city was not prepared for this. At first, they built a bunch of shelters, they built a bunch of housing for these migrants, but when you take in 100,000 people in just a few months' time, of course, you can't house everyone. And this is the thing that everyone's really frightened and very scared about. And if you ask many New Yorkers, they're all mad. You don't see a single New Yorker on the street who's cool with this. Especially they're busting every single day to work just see their tax dollars being burnt away on the migrant crisis. And this is something that New York didn't have to do. New York could have just taken in less than 5,000 migrants. Everyone would have been cool with it. Help them out, give them great jobs, end of the story. But they just keep taking more people, even though they know they can't take care of these people. And hotels being turned into just shelters. What are they doing? And New York City Mayor Eric Adams will begin handing out prepaid credit cards, house suites, who are staying in New York City hotels. And many of these hotels are pretty good hotels. Like, some of these hotels I've seen is like almost 5-star ratings. Like, it's going to cost you like $200-$300 a night. The program will be costing New York City taxpayers $53 million. It will start with 500 migrant families. And if you go ask 50 Cent, he says maybe Trump is the answer. After seeing New York City give out prepaid credit cards of $1,000 a month, on top of that, luxury hotel service in many locations, sign me up. This is honestly a pretty good deal. And that's what everyone is really mad about. People in New York, they have some of the highest taxes. Not to mention, if you own a home in New York, bless your heart, you're probably playing with a lot of property tax. You guys think Chicago property tax is crazy? New York City property tax is insane. Like, guys, go to Manhattan and you buy yourself like a 2-bedroom condo. You're paying about $1,000 to $2,000 minimum a month just on property tax. Now, that's expensive right there. That's basically paying rent to the city after you pay off your condo. And this is what I'm talking about, guys. And if you look at what Eric Adams is doing, I think taxes are definitely getting up. Guys, New York is a really wealthy city. They're not broke. They have a lot of cash. And when you have migrant families getting up to $1,000 per month on these cards, in addition to free luxury hotel rooms, and that number will only increase, a lot of New Yorkers are not taking this BS. They're like, we can't even house our own people. We can't even feed our own people in New York City. Like, what are they doing? That's what everyone's saying. What are they doing? Why are they taking in this many people when they know they can't take care of them? And that's why everyone's mad. It's not about the migrants. It's not about the mayor itself. It's about the overall city and their attitude. Like, they know they're not prepared. They know they can't handle all this traffic. I'm sure people would have been welcoming the migrants if they only took in a few thousand. But they took in 100,000. So obviously everyone's mad about this. The city's already super overcrowded. And look at this, hotels serving asylum seekers and migrants in New York City haven't even been paid in months. Right now, many of these hotels are being owed $130 million. If they're not paid, a lot of the families and individuals will be asked to leave. Like I said, the city is already running out of money. The city is now in debt to some of these hotels, $130 million. That is a lot of money, guys. I have no clue how New York is paying for this because Eric Adams recently is going to Washington to get more money. And I don't know, guys. If such a wealthy city like New York, the biggest financial city in the world, is going broke from the migrant crisis, that is not great news at all. Thanks for watching, guys. Comment below. How do you guys feel about this? And how do you guys feel about the New York City hotel crisis?